Hello, I'm Patricia Cosgrove. I'm the Museum Director for the City of Auburn. I'm in the White River Valley Museum, and I've got a chance to welcome you and invite you to come and visit one of our wonderful temporary exhibits we have each year. The museum is located in Auburn's community campus in Les Gove Park. We're right between the Senior Center and the Auburn Library. We're open Wednesdays through Sundays, noon to 4. Our admission's pretty modest. It's $1 for kids and seniors and $2 for adults. And Wednesdays are our free days. So I hope you have a chance to come and visit me at the museum. Currently at the White River Valley Museum, we have a brand new exhibit of patriotic and political quilts. This exhibit is called Politics and Bedcovers, American Quilts and Textiles. It's on exhibit through November 7th, and it's sponsored by the Covington Quilters Guild, the Evergreen Peacemakers, Western Washington Quilt Study Group, and Anita Schenneberger. When you visit this new exhibit, you're going to see about 40 wonderful quilts, each of which tells stories. One of my favorites is the Civil War uniform quilt. It was made about 1865. It's a utility quilt, and it's made from patches of blue jeans, hand-woven shirting material, and wool uniforms, all from the Civil War. It's stuffed with a wool camp blanket and raw cotton and tied together rather than quilted. It weighs about 45 pounds. The border trim is composed of scraps of reused binding, and I think the red is perhaps from cavalry uniforms. The backing is also pieced together, as are many of the blocks made by this frugal woman. Another quilt you're going to see that's a little different than anything we would have today is the Women's Christian Temperance Union quilt, made about 1860. It's a heavy quilt, maybe a wagon blanket, and it's made for use, but the seamstress shared her anti-alcohol sentiments by her choice of quilt squares, depicting from one direction a carafe, or if turned over, a tumbler. As it's hung here in the exhibit, the tumblers are upside down or drained. Quite a number of the quilts in this exhibit were made to support either the suffrage movement, getting votes for women, or the Women's Christian Temperance Union. And this is a fundraising quilt made about 1903. Each supporter of this mystery fundraising event paid to have their name written in ink on this bright and beautiful quilt, which was then auctioned. Join us on August 14th at 1 and again at 2:30 for a film screening of Hearts and Hands, the Influence of Women and Quilts on American Society, a film by Pat Ferrero. This showing is free with regular museum admission. On September 11th, we have a very special lecture and slideshow on memory quilts. It starts at 1 o'clock and should last till about 3. Join guest curator and quilt historian Anita Schenneberger for this moving lecture on the tradition of memory quilts, one of the oldest of mourning art traditions. With examples throughout history right up to contemporary days, this lecture will inspire and enlighten, and it's free with regular museum admission. On September 18th from noon to 3, we have a beginning die class. It's sure to be great fun, as Marty Carroll will lead this workshop on the process of dyeing 2 6-step graduations of one primary color to another. The class fee includes all chemicals and dyes for the class and is $59 per person. Call 253-288-7439 to register. And October 9th from noon to 4, we have one of our family days. It's called Crazy Quilts. Don't miss the fun at this hands-on exploration of quilting. We have demonstrators working with fabric dyeing and quilt construction and quilt stitchery, and it'll be creative fun to be had for the whole family. This is free with regular museum admission. For more information, why don't you look us up on the web? Our address is www.wrvmuseum.org, or give us a call. Our number is 253-288-7433. Please come join us at the museum. I think you'd be amazed.